Hi, this is Yvette, and I am going to show you today, or I wanted to share with you a project that I'm working on. And one of my projects is I'm in a swap, and it's a Hello Kitty swap, and it's a 6x6. And one of the requirements is to use pastel colors, since we all tend to go with dark colors or vintage. So that's the challenge, to try to use light pastel colors. So what I wanted to do with one of my pages, one of my sites, is I wanted to incorporate a frame. So I was watching Marion Smith, and she has a tutorial on how to varnish a frame, and she's at APieceofCraftdotcom, and she's awesome. It's a great tutorial. She does her tutorial with the Turtle Angels frame die. So what I did was I got my Movers and Shapers by Tim Holts, and I cut my frame, and then what I did was I used my cuttlebug, and I used this one here, the script one. I don't know the name of it, but it's kind of like script. So I embossed it with this in the cuttlebug, and then I did two techniques. She has both techniques, and I didn't know which one, so I did one of each. Now this one here is the first one she shows, and what I did was I used black acrylic paint, and I did exactly what she said. Took my brush and did some strokes sideways, and then after I had everything, all the black, I also colored the edges because I wanted it to be dark in the edges as well, and I did the inside too. And then what I did was I used my Distress ink, walnut stain. She uses a different color, but I used the walnut stain to stain the inside, and I used this little finger dauber to press it in. And then I used Mod Podge, and it came out like this. Isn't that beautiful? So that was the first one. Then the second one, I wanted it to be a little more subtle because I am using pastel colors. So I did this one, and I think out of the two of them, I'm going to go with this one because this one is just a little more subtle. So I'm going to show you how I did this one here. So what I did was I took my frame. Let me get a clean one. Well, actually, it looks like I did them all already. All right, so I still haven't finished this one yet, so we'll play with this one. And I am going to take my Stays On Timber Brown, and I am going to rub it, and that's so that I can get all the raised area. Now what I did also was I did a little bit on the corner, on the edges. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now let's put this away. I'm going to take my walnut stain, and I'm going to use my finger dauber because I have this one, but this is the real thin one, and it won't really go in to the crevices, so I decided just to use this one. And I'm just going to rub in circular motion. Try to get it all deep in there. And I love this technique. It comes out so beautiful. So this is a 6-1. So I got them all. Actually, I still have to Mod Podge the other 5. Well, including this one, it'll be 5. So, and the darker you want it, like she says, you just go over it again. See, like here I went over it, but I'm going to go over a little bit more. Not too dark, because like I said earlier, I'm using pastel colors, so I don't want it to be too loud. But here we go. Okay, so then take my Mod Podge. Now what I learned this morning when I was doing the other one is you have to be generous because the embossing is high, So you want to make sure that you get it. And you can see it. Like when you lift it up, you can see, like right there, see there's a big chunk I totally missed. And you want to make sure that you get everything. So there we go, almost done. Now you can use your heat gun to dry it, or you can let it sit. I had some things to do this morning, so I let mine sit this morning. And there it goes. Now I'm looking around, make sure I didn't miss any spot, and I sure did down here. Because otherwise it just looks like kind of dry. And that's it. And then when it dries up, whether you use your heat gun or let it dry, it will look like this. So that's it. That's my little project for this morning. Hope it helped out, but check her video. She's really good. She gives a much better tutorial than I do. So I hope you're all having a good weekend. Take care. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.